Back to our chief reporter, Kaveh Solokol. He's got some breaking news for us. What can you tell us? Who's at back, Kaveh?
Arsenal have reportedly submitted a £9.3 million bid for Brentford's Danish midfield enforcer Christian Nørgaard, as they brace for the departure of Thomas Partey this summer. In a transfer window that promises to be a pivotal period for the Gunners, Mikel Arteta and sporting director Edu appear to have turned their attention toward experience, balance, and depth. With Partey increasingly linked to a move away from North London, the Gunners are hoping to act swiftly and decisively, and Nørgaard fits the mold of what they need in this moment. Christian Nørgaard, now 31 years old, has quietly developed into one of the Premier League's most dependable defensive midfielders during his time at Brentford. Signed from Fiorentina in 2019, the Danish international was instrumental in Brentford's promotion to the top flight and has since played a key role in ensuring the club's survival and competitiveness in the Premier League. Arsenal's interest in him is as strategic as it is symbolic: a low-cost, high-reliability option to plug the gap that Partey will inevitably leave. The Ghanaian midfielder, Thomas Partey, was brought to the Emirates amid great fanfare in 2020, when Arsenal activated his £45 million release clause from Atletico Madrid. But his time in London has been marked by inconsistency, persistent injury setbacks, and questions surrounding his long-term role under Arteta. Though undeniably a top talent when fit, Partey has struggled to maintain form and availability, and with just 1 year left on his contract, Arsenal are now keen to cash in. Saudi Arabian clubs and Serie A sides have been monitoring his situation closely, and it now seems inevitable that the Gunners will offload the 30-year-old this summer. In comes Nørgaard, a player not necessarily flashy, but exceptionally efficient and intelligent. Standing at 6 feet tall and built robustly, he operates with the tactical discipline that Arteta has long sought for his double pivot system. The Brentford captain averages high interception rates, displays solid positional awareness, and is often lauded for his leadership qualities on and off the pitch. His addition would not only bring steel and structure to the midfield but also a calm and mature presence capable of mentoring younger stars such as Declan Rice and Kai Havertz. Arsenal's reported £9.3 million bid, while modest in today's inflated market, reflects a clear understanding of Nørgaard's contract status and age. It's a calculated offer, one that makes sense for all parties involved. Brentford may be reluctant to let go of their captain, but with Nørgaard entering the final stages of his prime and the club always willing to embrace smart business moves, it's believed they could accept the offer if appropriate add-ons and sell-on clauses are included. Arsenal's midfield needs are evolving, and Nørgaard's potential arrival must be viewed in the context of the club's broader transfer strategy. Last summer saw a massive £100+ million outlay on Declan Rice, who has slotted into the heart of Arteta's midfield as the anchor, workhorse, and sometime goal threat. But as Arsenal seek to compete across all fronts, Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and EFL Cup, squad depth has emerged as a key concern. The loss of Granit Xhaka last summer was partially offset by Rice and Havertz's versatility, but Partey's likely exit now makes the holding midfield role dangerously thin. Mohamed El Neni has already confirmed his departure, while Jorginho, although he signed a 1-year extension, is unlikely to feature in more than a rotation capacity. This leaves Rice as the only true natural holding midfielder, and Arteta cannot afford to burn him out again in a campaign that could stretch well into May. Nørgaard, therefore, becomes a necessary addition, an experienced rotational option who can hold his own in the Premier League and allow Rice to push forward when needed. The Danish international is also no stranger to high-intensity, high-press systems, a trait that aligns perfectly with Arteta's footballing philosophy. Under Thomas Frank at Brentford, Nørgaard has excelled in aggressive pressing, transitional duels, and compact block defending. These skills would translate seamlessly into Arsenal's structured press, where midfielders are often asked to track runners, cut passing lanes, and reset possession during high-pressure phases. Moreover, Nørgaard's injury record has remained relatively clean, which is a major selling point for Arteta, who has grown increasingly frustrated with Partey's unavailability. In a title-chasing season, availability often trumps flair, and the Danish midfielder has proven he can churn out consistent 90-minute performances across 30-plus games a season. From Nørgaard's perspective, the potential move is enticing. At 31, this could be his final opportunity to play Champions League football and compete for a top-4 side. While Brentford has provided a strong foundation and a leadership platform, Arsenal offers European nights, global visibility, and the potential to win silverware. For a player who has been in the shadows of Denmark's golden midfield trio Højbjerg, Delaney, and Eriksen, a switch to Arsenal could give him the spotlight he quietly deserves. Critics may argue that Arsenal are once again playing it safe in the market, turning to a 31-year-old rather than targeting younger, flashier talents like Amadou Onana or Youssouf Fofana. But Arteta's approach this window seems more about stability than spectacle. The Spanish manager has reportedly urged the board to focus on players who can instantly impact the team without lengthy adjustment periods. The failed adaptation of players like Albert Sambi Lokonga has reinforced the idea that experience, Premier League proven ability, and football IQ now take precedence. Arsenal are also juggling financial constraints, with UEFA's financial fair play (FFP) regulations looming and other high-profile targets on the agenda, including a wide forward and possibly a full-back. The Gunners must be prudent. Spending £9.3 million on Nørgaard allows them to address a critical need without burning a hole in their budget. That financial flexibility may be key later in the window if Arsenal hope to pounce on a late market opportunity. Arsenal fans, naturally, have expressed mixed feelings. Some welcome the idea of a smart, economical move for a dependable veteran, seeing shades of Arteta himself in Nørgaard's play style. Others, however, worry that such signings may signal a lack of ambition or an over-reliance on bargain hunting. But it's worth noting that many of Arsenal's most effective players in recent history, including Haka and Giroud, were not record-breaking purchases, but rather intelligent acquisitions tailored to system needs. If Partey's exit is confirmed in the coming days, expect the Nørgaard deal to accelerate quickly. Brentford, aware of the player's age and the club's ambitions, may not stand in the way of a player who has served them with distinction. Thomas Frank, a close friend of Arteta, may also be inclined to negotiate favorably, knowing the move could elevate Nørgaard's career. In many ways, the transfer of Christian Nørgaard to Arsenal, if finalized, would symbolize the maturity of Arsenal's recruitment model. It's no longer about flashy headlines or simply outspending rivals. It's about plugging the right holes, balancing the dressing room, and building a squad that can absorb the demands of a 60-game season. As Arsenal's ambitions grow from top-4 contenders to genuine title threats, the need for players like Nørgaard, who can do the dirty work with minimal fuss, becomes ever more essential. Time will tell if the £9.3 million bid is enough to convince Brentford to sell. There may be haggling over fees, incentives, or structure of payments. But the intention is clear: Arsenal want Nørgaard, and they want him now. The coming days could be crucial. With Partey potentially heading toward the exit and Arsenal needing a swift resolution, expect developments to accelerate. Whether Nørgaard becomes a Gunner or not, one thing is clear: Arsenal are making moves that suggest they're no longer interested in just building for the future. They want to win now, and smart signings like this could be the key to ending their long wait for Premier League glory.
Subscribe for more updates and breaking news straight from the world of football.